Archangel Michael says, "Do not be afraid of the truth, for it is in facing the truth that you find peace." You have been walking in the shadows of misunderstanding, but the light is now ready to shine upon you. Listen with an open heart, for this is the message you were destined to hear. Imagine holding a letter in your hands, not just any letter, but one that holds secrets, emotions, and truths that have been hidden for far too long. This letter has been sealed, tucked away in the depths of the heart of someone you loved, someone who is no longer with you. As you read it, the words begin to take shape, revealing truths you never imagined. The truth they could never tell you when they were still here, the truth that would have changed everything. It shocks you, shakes you, and leaves you breathless. But within this truth lies the key to understanding the final moments of their life, the things they couldn't say, the regrets they carried, and the love they still hold for you. Archangel Michael says, "The past cannot be changed, but it can be understood, and understanding brings freedom." This letter is not meant to hurt you, but to heal you. You sit in silence, feeling the weight of each word as you move through the pages. Your mind races, emotions swirling inside you. What was it that they didn't say? What was it that they kept hidden, even from you, someone who was so close to them? Could the bond between you both have been different had the truth been shared sooner? These thoughts flood your mind as you slowly turn the next page. And with every sentence, it becomes clearer, this was not just a letter, but an act of love, a final gift of truth from someone who cared for you more than you ever realized. Like this video to get all the blessings from me. You begin to wonder if there was more to their life than what you saw. Did they carry burdens they couldn't share? Were there things that held them back from being truly open with you? The letter begins to explain things you never understood. They speak of the struggles they faced, the fears they buried deep inside, and the reasons they couldn't be completely vulnerable. "I wish I had told you this sooner," the letter begins. "I wish you had known how much you meant to me, how much I loved you, how much I feared losing you. It was a love that was always present, but hidden behind walls they couldn't bring themselves to tear down. If you wish to show your appreciation, you can give super thanks up to $50. You feel the sting of regret, but it's not for the things you said or didn't say. It's for the things they never had the chance to express, the emotions they could never vocalize." This letter, this final revelation, serves as both a blessing and a burden. You are left with the bittersweet truth that you will never hear their voice again, never feel their presence again. Archangel Michael says, "Do not dwell in sorrow, for the love they had for you never fades. It transcends this world, and in the heart, it is eternal." As you read on, the letter reveals moments that you never knew about. Things that they experienced alone, decisions that they made that you never understood. You start to realize that their life was not as simple as you once thought. There were complexities, challenges, and choices that shaped who they were. But through it all, their love for you remained constant. Even in their silence, they were thinking of you, hoping you would find happiness, even if it meant they had to keep certain things hidden. The letter doesn't make things clearer in the way you wanted, but it opens your eyes to the depth of their feelings, to the complexity of their soul. The truth you uncover here is not just about them, but about you as well. You begin to see how the choices you made, the things you said, and the ways you loved them were all part of a bigger picture. It's almost as if everything you've experienced in life has been leading to this moment of revelation, this moment of truth. You were the light in my life, even when I couldn't show you, the letter continues. And I wish I had given you more of me, but I couldn't. I thought I would lose you if I did. It becomes clear that fear was the greatest barrier. Fear of rejection, fear of misunderstanding, fear of the unknown. They thought that by keeping parts of themselves hidden, they were protecting you. They feared that the full truth would be too much to bear, that it would drive you away. But now, from the other side, they realized that their silence only created distance. Archangel Michael says, "Fear is the enemy of truth, and it is in the face of fear that love can heal." As the letter reaches its final paragraphs, you feel the weight of the love they held for you. Despite all the things they couldn't say, despite all the secrets they kept, you know that their love was real. It was pure, unshakable, and deep. But it was also imperfect, as all love is. The letter isn't just about them, it's about you as well. It's a reminder that life is filled with missed opportunities, things left unsaid, and moments that slip away unnoticed. But even in those moments, love still remains. I hope you can forgive me for not being open with you, for not showing you all that I was. Please know that I loved you more than words could ever express. As you read the last line, you feel a sense of peace wash over you. The truth, no matter how shocking, is now in your hands. The mystery is solved, the unanswered questions now have answers. But more than that, you feel a sense of closure, a sense of healing. The bond you shared with this person was not in vain. It was not broken, it was just misunderstood. Now, with this truth, you can move forward, knowing that the love you had was real, even if it wasn't always expressed in the way you hoped. Take a moment to breathe deeply, for you have just received a final gift from someone who loved you. You have the opportunity to heal, to grow, and to move on, not in spite of the truth, but because of it. Archangel Michael says, "Blessed are those who seek the truth, for they shall find peace in their hearts." Let this truth guide you forward. Now, as you reflect on this letter, you understand that sometimes the truth is the most powerful form of love. It may be hard to hear, but it has the power to transform, to heal, and to bring clarity. The love that this person had for you wasn't perfect, but it was genuine. It was a love that, despite all the unspoken words, never wavered. Even in silence, love speaks, the letter ends. And you realize that, in the end, love is all that matters. Archangel Michael says, "The truth is often hidden in plain sight." When you are ready to receive it, the universe will reveal the answers that have eluded you. Fear not, for what you are about to discover will bring you peace and understanding. A letter has arrived, but it's not like any letter you've ever received before. It's from someone you loved deeply, someone who left your life too soon, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and feelings that lingered long after they were gone. You've held on to the memories, the moments shared, and the dreams of what could have been, but never did you imagine that one day, a letter would arrive that would shatter everything you thought you knew. This letter, wrapped in a simple envelope, contains the truths they couldn't say while alive. And as you begin to read, the world around you seems to fade away. As your eyes scan the first few words, your heart begins to race. You weren't prepared for this. No one could have prepared you for the storm of emotions that hit you all at once. The letter reveals things you never thought possible, emotions you didn't even know they had, and decisions they made that you could never have guessed. The words leap off the page, each one carrying a weight that you never thought you'd carry. It's as if they are speaking directly to you from beyond the veil, sharing the thoughts and feelings they kept locked away, unable to voice in life. Archangel Michael says, "The past cannot be erased, but it can be understood." What you are reading is a revelation, a gift of clarity. Each paragraph reveals something new, something deeper than you imagined. You begin to understand the reasons behind their actions, the motives behind the things they did or didn't do. In their silence, they had been carrying so much more than you ever realized. The love they had for you was never in question, but the complexities of their own inner world, the struggles they faced in their own heart, were hidden from you. As you read further, you find yourself shocked by the rawness, the vulnerability, and the honesty they poured into this letter. They were finally being honest, finally sharing the truth that they were never able to share while they were alive. "I loved you more than you'll ever know, but I couldn't show it the way I wanted to," the letter begins. The words continue to pour out, each one more shocking than the last. There are admissions of fear, of guilt, of regrets that they never voiced before. But amidst the shock, there is also a deep sense of gratitude, a recognition of the love that you both shared, even when it wasn't always clear. The letter tells you of the dreams they had, the hopes they held on to, and the silent promises they made to themselves and to you. But there were also secrets, things they felt were too heavy to bear, too difficult to express. Now, in their final words, they are lifting the weight off their shoulders and sharing it with you. This letter changes everything. It changes the way you view your relationship with them. It changes the way you view yourself and the way you view love. What you thought were simple moments, small gestures, and fleeting words, are revealed to have been much more significant than you ever realized. The hidden depths of their soul are now visible to you, and the love they held for you is clearer than ever. You begin to understand the sacrifices they made, the ways they held back, and the fears they carried. But now, in their final moments, they are revealing all of it to you. "I hope you can understand that I never meant to hurt you, but I was afraid of what would happen if I showed you all of me," the letter continues. Type 333 to get all the blessings from me. The final paragraph of the letter leaves you breathless. It's not just about the love they had for you, but about the love they had for themselves, too. In their struggle to love you, they were also struggling to love themselves. They were fighting battles within themselves that you never knew existed. And now, in this letter, they are asking for your forgiveness, not for what they did to you, but for what they couldn't do for themselves. "I wish I could have loved myself enough to be everything you needed me to be," they confess. You are left in stunned silence, feeling as though the world has shifted beneath you. This letter has changed everything. It's not just the words that shock you, but the realization of how little you truly knew about this person. The love they had for you was always there, but so were their fears, insecurities, and struggles. And now, in the aftermath of reading this letter, you can see them more clearly than ever before. Archangel Michael says, "In truth, you are both healed. In understanding, you will find the peace you both sought." As you sit with the letter, the emotions begin to settle. The shock wears off, replaced by a deep sense of understanding. You realize that their love for you wasn't perfect, but it was real. Their struggles were not a reflection of how they felt about you, but rather a reflection of the battles they fought within themselves. And now, you can forgive them for not being able to express themselves the way you wanted. You can forgive yourself for not fully understanding the depth of their pain, and you can finally let go of the things you never knew. I hope that you can find peace in knowing that I did love you, even when I couldn't show it. And I hope that you can forgive me for the things I never said. The letter ends. This is not the end. This is just the beginning of your healing. The truth that has been revealed has opened a new chapter in your life, a chapter of understanding, of growth, and of forgiveness. The love that you shared with this person is still alive within you, even if they are no longer physically present. Their final letter has given you the gift of clarity, the gift of peace, and the gift of understanding. It may not change the past, but it changes how you move forward. As you hold the letter in your hands, you realize that you no longer need to hold on to the anger, the confusion, or the pain. The truth has set you free, and with that freedom comes healing. You can now move forward with love in your heart, knowing that what you shared was real and that their love for you was deep, even if it wasn't always expressed in the way you expected. Archangel Michael says, "Release the past, for it no longer serves you." Let this letter be the catalyst for your healing. The love you both shared is eternal, and it is now time for you to move forward in peace. Take a moment to reflect on the truth you have just discovered. You've been given a rare gift, one that many never receive. The truth, while shocking, has set you free. And now, with a heart full of understanding, you can continue on your journey, knowing that love is always present, even in the moments of silence. Archangel Michael says, "Prepare your heart for what is to come." The truth, though painful, is a gift, for it will lead you to greater understanding and deeper peace. Do not fear what is revealed, for it is in the revelation that healing begins. You've always known that there were things left unsaid between you and someone you loved deeply. As time passed, those unspoken words and hidden emotions began to feel like a shadow looming over the love you shared. There was always something just out of reach, a truth they couldn't bring themselves to share. But now, as you hold this letter in your hands, everything is about to change. What they've kept from you, what they could never tell you while they were here, will leave you speechless. This is the letter that will reveal everything, and as you begin to read, your world will be turned upside down. The first words on the page are simple, but they strike you like a thunderclap. "I'm sorry for all the things I never told you." You feel your heart race, and you wonder what could have been so significant that they kept it hidden for so long. As you read on, the letter begins to unfold with truths that you never imagined. The person you loved had been hiding parts of themselves, parts that they felt were too painful to share, parts that they thought would change how you saw them. There were things about me that I never could bring myself to tell you, things I feared would tear us apart. The words are raw, honest, and unexpected. Archangel Michael says, the truth is not meant to hurt, but to heal. The silence you have endured will be replaced with understanding. With every sentence, you begin to realize that the love you thought was clear and pure was layered with complexities and untold stories. There were things they were afraid to share, not because they didn't love you, but because they didn't want to burden you with their struggles. They thought that by keeping these truths hidden, they were protecting you. But now, with this letter, they are revealing everything. They speak of fears that gripped them, of insecurities they couldn't express, and of things they did that they regret. I thought that if I showed you my true self, you would leave me. I thought my darkness would push you away. You are left reeling, trying to process the depth of their emotions. Type Amen to get all the blessings from me. Each word feels like it's pulling you deeper into a world you didn't know existed. They admit to things they never could have said out loud. Things about their past, their fears, their hopes, and their dreams. You learn things about them that they had kept hidden, things that shaped who they were, but that they were too afraid to share with you. I have always loved you, but I have carried shame in my heart for the things I never told you. I thought you would see me differently if you knew the truth. As the letter continues, you realize how much they struggled with the love they had for you, how much they wanted to be everything you needed but felt they couldn't be. They thought their own flaws and weaknesses were too much for you to bear. This letter is more than just an apology. It is a revelation of everything they kept hidden in their heart. As you continue to read, the layers of their truth unfold, and you begin to understand the reasons behind their actions, the things they did and didn't do. I wish I had been stronger. I wish I had let you see the real me, the part of me that was scared and vulnerable, the part of me that needed you more than I ever let on. Their words cut through the silence that has lingered, offering a glimpse into their soul, showing you the person they were when the world wasn't watching. It's a painful truth, but one that feels strangely freeing. You realize that their silence wasn't rejection, it was fear. Fear of losing you, fear of being judged, fear of being seen for all that they were. As you read the final lines of the letter, it becomes clear that their love for you was never in question, but their fear of being fully known was something they couldn't overcome. I was always afraid that if you knew the real me, you wouldn't love me anymore. But now I see that keeping these things from you only caused more pain. I hope you can forgive me. The letter ends, and you are left in silence, your mind swirling with emotions. The shock of the truths revealed, the raw honesty, the vulnerability, it's overwhelming. But there's something else in this letter, something more than just apologies and regrets. There's love. The kind of love that is untouchable by fear, a love that is stronger than anything they could have hidden. You begin to feel that love in a way you never did before, a love that is now free from the barriers that once stood in its way. If you wish to show your appreciation, you can give super thanks up to $50. Archangel Michael says, the love they held for you was never diminished by their fear, but now, in the light of truth, that love can grow stronger. Let their words heal your heart and bring you peace. As you sit with the letter, you reflect on what it means. The truth they shared is painful, yes, but it's also liberating. You now know them in a way you never did before. You understand their pain, their fears, and their regrets. You realize that they were human, just like you, and that their love for you was real, even though it was complicated. You may have thought that the love you shared was perfect, but now you see that it was just as flawed and imperfect as the people involved. But that's what makes it real. That's what makes it beautiful. You've been given a gift in this letter. A gift of clarity, of understanding, and of love that transcends fear. It's not just a goodbye, it's an opportunity to heal, to forgive, and to move forward with a heart full of love. The truth has set you free from the uncertainty and confusion that once clouded your heart. You are no longer left wondering what could have been or what they kept from you. You know now, and with that knowledge comes peace. Type $9.99 to get all the blessings from me. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me, they write in the final words of the letter. You don't even hesitate. You forgive them, not just for the things they kept from you, but for the things they never understood about themselves. You forgive them because you now see them, not as the person who kept secrets, but as someone who loved you more than they could express. You forgive them because you realize that love isn't always perfect, but it's always real. Archangel Michael says, let go of the past, for it no longer serves you. The truth has been revealed, and now it is time to move forward in love, understanding, and peace. You are free from the chains of silence and fear. As you read the final words of the letter once more, you feel a wave of peace wash over you. The weight of the unspoken words has been lifted, and you are left with a deeper understanding of the love you shared. It may not have been perfect, but it was real. And now, with this letter, you can honor that love in a way you never could before. You can heal, you can forgive, and you can move forward with an open heart. Take a deep breath, knowing that the love you shared will always be a part of you. Let the truth set you free, and know that in this moment, you are exactly where you are meant to be.